Main apple tree is still looking reasonably good. Got a nice apple on its way. And as we go down, pear tree leaves are looking healthy. This guy is still spreading super wide for the plums. No sign of any on there yet. Good, we've got some more blueberries ready. Shared those at work when I went in. That went down very well. Also doing reasonably well. Looks like there is something coming along and stripping it a bit lower. That's okay. And then still a while before the blackberries are done. Sweet cherry towering, absolutely huge now. It's impressive. Good on the blackberries here as well. It's going to be a while. And then I left it too long for the plums. They have all fallen. I thought I had another few days. So there's just this one which is not looking healthy. This is definitely a tree that's going to need covering because they were very much attacked. This raspberry bush is looking pretty healthy, which is good. This way, buddy. And then these definitely need a bit of water and a bit of a trim of things around. The raspberry bush is coming back as well, so that's good. Not as good, but doing okay. Yeah, it's definitely not as good at the front here. The trees are struggling a bit more, but some of that is definitely the watering's not been as good. It's not bad. And then finally, our apple tree. We've got our first apple on this tree growing. So as long as it sticks to one, I'm fairly happy. The wildflowers that I sowed are really beginning to come up, as you can see. Not so well on this screen. Maybe if we zoom in a little bit, you can see there's quite a few nice little patches of colourful flowers, giving us something a bit more interesting to look at. And then over on this side we've got our willow weeping already, but looking reasonably healthy on the greens. We've got some challenges here with the peas, it looks like. The water, it's been a hot few days and I haven't been up. But hopefully that will recover with some good watering. And then our carrots are looking pretty reasonable. And over there, lettuce is getting fairly heavily eaten, but we've now got the beginnings of some broccoli coming through. But yeah, I think we're definitely going to need to do some work to keep these a bit more secure. And then our tomato plant, mint's going very well. Mint may be a problem. And then these guys also coming together. So I reckon a couple of those tomatoes are ready, but we'll check. Planting the mint in there may have been a mistake. The pond is not doing very well, and you can see where my footprints are around the edges that there's going good 6 inches of mud going on, and still just got that little puddle in the centre. So depending on how much longer the heat continues without too much rain, there may well not be a pond by the end of summer, which is crazy because you can see right up the top there is where I had to dig in order to get a way out. So we really shifted, but still some of the edging plants are doing pretty well, which is great along there. But these guys not doing so much, so I've moved them all closer to the water. So we'll see if that helps. Just spent some time trimming this old apple tree back. There's quite a lot of dead branches getting in the way, so it probably needs a further trim back a bit later in the season. Got a lot of apples, but they're very small. It's very yellow even now, so I have to see, but I am now absolutely covered in bark, which is not so fun. It's maybe slightly early to harvest this, my very first apple, but given it's Sunday and I'm heading off, it will definitely not be ready when I come back, so it's time, I think, to try. A little bit of spotting. It's good. One thing that's super cool is the council or someone seems to come around and trim the mile marker stone as it's a historic relic. So this little section gets a nice bit of cover, which is cool. So a quick change for this setup because the mint was spreading aggressively as mint does. So it's been transplanted into some holding pots to keep it a bit more controlled. These tomatoes are doing alright in the back, and pretty much all my carrots have come up, so I'm going to replant some stuff in there, and then the peas have been pulled and we're just at the stage of waiting for the corn. I don't know if we're going to get any of the squash that was planted. It may have been overshadowed. But then I think these are radishes. They're coming along well. And then I'm not entirely convinced about the broccoli, to be honest. It's been pretty heavily slug damaged, but we'll see. And then a few other bits in the background. That's disappointing. Someone or something has had all my gooseberries. I'm guessing deer from how few of the leaves are left as well. But yeah, I was coming up to harvest them. I don't think I'm going to be managing to get the berries down from this tree. They're a little high and it's a little thin to lean a ladder against, so no hope. Whilst I was back in Gothenburg, I had a big pile of wood chips delivered. So this is 3 cubic meters, and then my job for this weekend is going to be moving it down to that area where I've got, hopefully, everything I need to finish this off. So things are coming along fairly well on here. The corn is still growing. We've got the radishes in there. The broccoli, I think, has been pretty defeated by slugs, but the spinach seems to be doing alright. And then we've got tomatoes growing. Mint is doing great because mint always does. These tomatoes, got loads of them, but not really ripening. And then, yeah, we just got this space to cover, and then start bringing all of our wood chips down. So we'll see how that goes. So it's not looking too bad now. We've only got the outer framing for the 5 additional boxes. There's no point in going crazy and filling them all yet. That can happen over the next 6 months or more. But it's in there. They're not as evenly spaced as I would like because the ground's not super flat. So it's kind of finding places that work for it. But yeah, it's a bit hot and a bit buggy at the minute to do the wood chips and bring those down, so I might leave that for a couple of hours, see how things are when it's a bit cooler. But yeah, progress. Some reasonable progress. It's looking like it's getting there. I think I'm going to use up almost all of the wood chips getting this done. I am wondering if I should fence this little bit in just for attractiveness sake more than anything else. If it gets a nice edging. Probably something to do towards winter once everything around it's kind of died off. But yeah, it's not looking bad. It's not going to get finished this weekend. It's getting a bit hot and I need to head off before the stores close. But it's looking pretty decent all in all. So, got another cubic metre left, I think. So, plenty to get this done. Hopefully a little bit left for another small pathway or two. Merlin's on his long line, tied to a tree, and moves around to keep an eye on me, which is very entertaining. But yeah, looking pretty decent.